Hey man, say man, we are back with another video. It's another trade breakdown of today's trade. I took two trades today, one on CL, one on YM. Both I sent to my Discord, so I'm gonna break those down. But before I do that, I want to show you guys how to get into my Discord. I've had a few people tell me that when they click the link, it's not really working. So I have put a new link in there, a link that will not expire. I think the first one expired, and I didn't realize that. So I put a new link in there. This one will not expire. So if you previously tried to get into my Discord and it did not work, try again. You should be able to get in there. So let me show you guys how to do that. Let me go here. All right, so if you're coming through my YouTube to get to the link, you're going to press that Discord and strategy link, right? It should give you a WAP link. When you do that, it should bring up my platform, my dashboard, right? All you want to do is completely free. All you want to do is press get access. After you press get access, you're gonna place complete order, right? I've already done this, so just to make sure it works. So it's not gonna do it the way I need it to. But once you do this and you press get order or complete order, whatever it says, it's going to bring you to a link, right? You're going to have to press the link. Once you press this link, you should be it should take you to your Discord. If you already have an account, make sure you have a Discord account before you do this. And then you want to press accept invite, right? Obviously I'm already in it, so that's not gonna work for me. So but this should say accept invite once you do it, and you should be in there completely free. All right, so again, press the link in the description. It should take you to my my store, the Jazz PDE. If it does not say this, you're not in the right one. Jazz PDE, get access. It is completely free, and then you have to press the link. All right, so hopefully that helps. And then if you guys have any more questions, if it doesn't work, make sure you guys let me know in the comments, okay? Like, I really want to make sure everybody's being able to get in who wants to be in there. But all right, let me show you guys the trade breakdown for today. It's two of them. All right, so we took a buy position on CL today. Let me break this down of why I was trying to take buys. All right, so obviously we break our previous day high, our previous day low. I'll go to my 4 hour. I see that we have a 4 hour fair value gap right here, but then I also see, if I go to the 1 hour, that we have a 1 hour fair value gap. If we have both, I want price to tap both, and I want price to go to the 50% or the equilibrium of the one that's a little bit higher, right? So I don't want, even though the 4 hour is more powerful, if we have a 1 hour within that, I want to make sure it taps, right? I don't want to leave any more gaps if I'm trying to take a sell, or if I'm trying to figure out my area of interest, right? So my original area of interest was that 1 hour fair value gap. Within that though, we are breaking structure on the 15 minute and the 5 minute, right? We're breaking structure to the upside. So we broke structure here, market structure shift here, and then we didn't completely have a market structure shift here just yet, because we did not on the 15 minute, because we did not close above. So I went to the 5 minute, because obviously my area of interest for sales would be somewhere up here, right? We're not there yet, and I don't know if we're going to get there. So today, if I'm going to take anything, it's going to take a buy, but the overall picture I have to understand is sales, right? But if on the 5 minute and 15 minute, especially on the 15 minute, if we're breaking structure and I see that I have confluence, I will take buys. So I end up taking a buy today. I was a little cautious of this particular trade just because, again, my overall direction are sales. But if I go to I believe it's the 4 hour, no, the daily. Go to the daily. I see that we're at an area where price continuously rejects, right? So I know that we're probably going to have major buying pressure in these areas. We've come down here 3 times and have failed to break the low. So for me, I know we're going to have, these are all things with experience that you're going to be able to figure out. But if we constantly have buying pressure from here, I want to go with that overall, it's not the trend, but the overall bias when it comes to anytime we come here, we're buying. Anytime we come here, we're buying. So I'm gonna buy until we get to the area of interest where I want to sell. All right, so that's the only reason why I took this buy trade. Let's go back to the 5 minute, because I took it off the 5 minute with the 15-minute confluence. So I see that around this time, that 8 o'clock time, we end up coming up and taking some buy side liquidity. If I'm looking for buys, right, I want price to hold above this area here. Hold on, let me take some of this stuff off so you guys can see. I want price to hold above these lows. If price breaks, I know, okay, we're probably trying to sell. So I wasn't gonna take anything until I kind of figured that out first, right? So I said, okay, I want price to either come down, and I marked this small order block up, right? So it's a fair value gap / order block. I really think it's an order block mostly, or demand if you want to call it that. So I marked that off. You could have gotten in around this area, but because I wanted my stop loss to be here, I waited just a little bit before I got in, and I wanted to see if price was going to come down and take some sort of liquidity, which it did, which normally it does when before, like, especially if you have candles like this, looking like this, where they're not body closing, they're just wicks. 9 times out of 10, price is going to come back there, right? So I personally just waited until I got some more confluence before taking this buy. On the 15-minute, you could see that we did push up initially, but then on the 15-minute, we came down and failed to close below that area again. So I'm like, okay, all I want is some sort of confirmation or buying pressure in this area before I get in. So I toggle between the 5-minute and 15-minute, and eventually on the 5-minute, I did get that bullish close, and I just got in right there around this area here. Once I got that confirmation of this bullish closure, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the buy and then have my stops down here, because if we come back down here and we close below this area or tap this area, we're probably gonna continue down. And then we end up getting our 1 to 2 as far as that. My risk reward is always gonna be 1 to 2. Like my full TP is always gonna be 1 to 2. Now, sometimes, will I take partials? Yes. In the beginning of my trading, I did take partials because I wanted to see consistent wins, right? Like the idea is to win on a consistent basis, right? You don't want to continuously take losses that mess up your psyche when you first started trading. So I would take partials at a 1-1, but with my strategy, a 1 to 2, 9 times out of 10 will hit. 8 times out of 10 is an 80% win rate. So my 1 to 2 hit also is set, that 1 to 2 set at that 50% of the 1 hour fair value gap. So I knew it was a perfect target to probably get out. And I did send this to my Discord as well. And for those who took it, they got the dub with me. My next trade that I took was on US 30. Now I trade, my main 2 pairs are CL and NG, but I also like to look at US 30 just because sometimes it plays out smooth when it comes to the fair value gaps that they have, right? It's very volatile, but sometimes it is very smooth when it comes to the setups that I like to take. So let's look at that. All right, so I ended up taking a sell on US 30. Let's go to the higher time frame of what I was looking for. So obviously I know we're bullish, so my initial thought for US 30 wasn't sales until I think after that 10 o'clock time, and the setup presented itself. But initially I was looking for buys, obviously, because we are super bullish. So I marked off my daily highs, my daily lows, go to the 4 hour, see if there's any structure. I have this, I don't really use support and resistance, but when it comes to volatile pairs like this that play and hold market structure, hold support and resistance very well, I will mark them off, just as like confluence of if I should take trades or not, right? So on the 4-hour, we're holding this area very well, right? We're not breaking above on the higher time frame. So if we continuously do that, I'm not gonna try to take buys. So obviously I wait until after 8:30 when it comes to US 30. I do not take trades before, just because it's super volatile when the open happens, and I don't want to be a part of that and get got. So I wait till 8:30. I already took a trade on CL around that 9 o'clock time. So, and I have 3 accounts that I'm trading. I have my Apex PA account, right? I have my Apex evaluation account, and then I have my Top Step evaluation account that I'm trading today. 2 of these I took CL on my PA account and my Top Step challenge account, and then I took this one on my challenge account on my Apex account. So I wasn't in a rush to take anything, but if it played out, I was gonna take it. So I'll go down to the 1 hour, and I see, I think around this time we are above, right, that resistance. So before anything happens, I'm seeing we're above that resistance, and I'm like, okay, when the 8:30 hits, I wanted to make a higher high, and originally I was going to see if price closed above this previous day high, I wanted just to retest that area and then continue up. So I was gonna wait, but we didn't do that. So if I go down to the 15-minute, you can see that the 15-minute barely closed above. So I was like, I'm a little iffy, I'm just gonna wait. And I end up waiting, and I see that the next candle, what is all this? I don't like it. The nets. I see the next candle drops and doesn't really close below the lower time frame sell side liquidity, but the next 15-minute candle does, right? So on the 5-minute, this right here matters. I don't want to take a sell right here, even though this did play out on this initial fair value gap right here. You could have taken that if you wanted to, but that's not my trading plan. I have to wait for price to close below sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity or structure to be confident in it. And because I did not get a closure, I was not going to take that chance of taking that initial sell down, right? So for me, I'm like, all right, if we're gonna continue down, I want to see market structure shifts. I want to see price close below structure. Whereas the most prominent structure right now on the 15-minute, sitting right here, right? And it's a 1 hour structure. So I'm like, all right, if price closes below this, I'm definitely taking sales. I just need an opportunity. So I did end up around that 9 o'clock time, seeing that price closed below market structure, right? And it left the fair value gap on the lower time frame. So I think it left it on a 15-minute here, right? But then on the 5-minute, we have this one. So I'm like, all right, I'd rather price tap into the 5-minute, because if it taps in the 15-minute, we're good. But also, if it leaves any type of gaps on the 5-minute, I'm not trusting it. Like, I needed to touch the 50% of the 5-minute, right? And then I'll trust it. So we got the initial touch here, but then what is my strategy? I have to wait on a break of the bearish candle. I have to wait on the bearish candle close and then a break of that candle to get in. So for me, we didn't necessarily get that, but what did we get? We got a bearish, we got the initial candle, and it pushed back up. So some people probably got stopped out right here. For me, I'm like, okay, I need that bearish candle close. We got it here, right? But we did not break that candle, so I still didn't get in. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's trying to push up. I waited, and then I see this particular candle shoot past this one and below this initial bearish candle close. For me, that is enough to get in, right? I was not going to wait for another bearish close just because of the volatility. I already see that price has broken both of these candles. I'm going to get in. I'm going to take the risk, right? And then I have my stops above here, because if it breaks these two candles and then comes back up, I'm just wrong at that point. And then obviously a 1 to 2 is always my full TP. I did not take partials here. I waited for my full TP. TP being the previous day lows here on a daily. And that was a clean setup. I know a lot of people are looking at US 30 as like the price action not really doing what it's doing, but for me, if I see my setup, I take it. If I don't, I don't. Like this right here, this bullshit right here, I did not trade that, right? Because there's no setups in this right here. This is also FMOC. Hold on. What was yesterday's news? FOMC, right? News yesterday here. And then today we had news, but I think that was at 7:30. Yeah, which was that candle right there. So we was well past news. Price had settled down, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, and gave a perfect setup for me and my strategy. Now, that was it as far as, what I took today. Let me show you Discord. My trade ideas that I sent were those two. So I sent the crude oil buys, and then you have the TP hit, and then I sent the US 30 sales, and you have that TP. So if you took them and if you was in my Discord, you got the W off that. If you're not in my Discord and you want to be in there, I just showed you in the beginning of the video how to do that. Now, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say as far as, you know what I'm saying, if you guys are really trying to tap in. Like, a lot of people are saying they want to tap in. A lot of people are saying that they, you know what I'm saying, want to be a part of the winning team, but y'all not really tapping in on the Discord. Like, it's free. Like, if you say you want to do it, get up when it's time to get up. Wake up, you know what I'm saying? There should be no excuses. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sending it out for free, I'm literally giving you guys the sauce for free. And a lot of you guys are not in the Discord taking advantage of it, even though you're telling me you want to. Even though you have act like you had gotten into the Discord. A lot of people have gotten into the Discord, but not a lot of people are tapping in. So if you continuously miss out, that's on you. I'm telling you, I'm giving you free game. Take advantage of it. All right. That's all I got. Tomorrow's Friday. You know what Friday means. We lower our risk. We don't like losing on Friday. If we do, we make sure that the loss is minimal. All right. I think we are 2-1 on the week. Took 3 trades this week and 2-1, so we're up for the week. We want to make sure that we, as best as possible in the week, profitable in the week in the black and not the red. So that's how you continue to be successful in the game. You know what I'm saying? Take it one day at a time, one trade at a time, and just continue stacking. Don't try to do it all at once. So that's all I got. I hope that helped for you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow in another trade breakdown. I have decided that I want to do a $1,000 to $100,000 challenge. I don't know when I'm gonna start, but also letting you guys know when I do this, I'm not gonna do it like everybody else has been doing it, where they trying to flip it all at once, flip it fast. Like, I'm not trying to flip this account. This is real money for me. So when I do this challenge, this is just me showing you guys how I'm really building my account. All right. So obviously it's not gonna be how I trade prop firms. As far as the risk, I'm gonna be risking a little bit more just because it's a personal account, and it's not gonna be over leveraging, but it's just gonna be leveraging a little bit more. But I'm gonna be doing that soon, so watch out for that. Those videos on my Instagram and on my YouTube. Also, if you're not tapped in with my Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's in the description below. Tap in with me, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, peace.